I slandered Hannah Gabrielle in 2023 when she was supposed to give Clarissa Shields that rematch. Just reading that screenshot alone, how you told your ex-best friend Clarissa to say that I do drugs.
Sit down, because the same girl calling Clarissa Shields the GOAT today is the same girl Clarissa allegedly told to lie and say another woman does drugs. Not a rumor, screenshots, receipts, names attached. And bestie, this betrayal goes so much deeper than anybody's telling you. Do not skip a second. Welcome back to Celeb Spill. Quick disclaimer, everything here is based on public screenshots and receipts already out there. Commentary, opinion, entertainment only. Now subscribe and comment, because nobody is connecting these dots the way I'm about to. Let's get into it.
We're going to get it in because we're going to talk about these screenshots that she uploaded where Clarissa is telling her to come for me. Because mind you, they were the best of friends last year. And it's a lot of people around here following suit with Nigeria. Y'all call her not a GOAT. Like, this girl is valid, that she's a solid person. Well, last year she wasn't that solid person. She wasn't showing the characteristics that she's showing now. The characteristics that she showed last year was somebody that was unhinged and not tamed. She had untamed like behavior. Now, I can't even put the time limit on when somebody can change or when somebody get a revelation. Or I'm just telling you, the person that I had the encounter with last year was somebody.
So here's how this all cracks wide open. Right now, this girl is online singing Clarissa's praises. She's solid. She's grown. She's the GOAT. Sweet, right? Except last year, these two were thick as thieves. Ride or die. Best friends. And there's a screenshot floating around where Clarissa is literally telling this same girl to come for another woman. So bestie, let me ask you the question everybody's scared to ask. Which version are we supposed to believe? Because you cannot be so mature now this year and Chow's on 2 legs last year and expect us not to notice. Somebody's lying. And the receipts are about to tell us exactly who. Because people don't flip on a friend that fast unless there was never a real friendship to begin with. Just a role to play until the camera's turned on.
I'm feel chaotic, just all over the place, creating 10 to 20 pages to troll me. Every time I blocked the page, they kept coming back trying to harass me on the page. And I feel like a person that does that is not all mentally there. Because there's no way in the world, as a grown-ass woman, I'm going to be creating 10 to 20 pages to keep coming for somebody, especially after they block me and they don't want me here.
Now let me show you what cows on 2 legs actually look like. Because last year, this same solid grown woman was allegedly creating not 1, not 2, but 10 to 20 fake pages just to harass and troll somebody online. 10, 2, 20. You block one, another pops up. Block that one, here comes a third. And bestie, I need you to really sit with that. A grown woman, after someone already blocked her, already said leave me alone, building an entire troll army out of burner accounts. That is not passion. That is not I'm just loyal to my friend. That, sis, is obsession with a capital O. That's the kind of behavior you don't need a comment section for. You need a licensed professional. An obsession like that, it never ever stays behind a screen for long. Keep watching, because it spilled right into real life in the messiest, most public way possible.
Security guard, man, I guess he had a security team for Clarissa. He was upset because I guess his team wasn't doing something right. So he talking to Clarissa. Nigeria jumps in the conversation and was like, what happened?
What are you complaining about, Contrail?
Huh?
What are you complaining about?
I'm cussing my officers out.
For what?
Why you tell her to mind her business?
Certain shit out. Because she asked. I ain't got to answer you.
I ain't gonna answer you. Nigeria, quit
right.
picking on people.
I need to pick on them.
Yeah. Can't
But
you
wait.
see I'm mad right now?
But
Why
what?
you
But
I ain't say shit to you though. That's the thing.
I remember when
I said I was finna ask
Who you
you,
cussing at?
and you got smart.
And here's where it jumped off the phone and into the real world. Picture it. A professional weigh-in. Cameras everywhere. A security guard is having a serious grown conversation with Clarissa. And this girl, she jumps straight into the middle of it, tells the man to shut up, gets into it with the entire security team at a professional event. In front of everybody. Bestie, when a security guard is doing his job and you insert yourself just to be seen, that tells you everything. That's not confidence. That's not protecting my friend. That's somebody who cannot stand being out of the spotlight for even 5 seconds, even when the spotlight isn't hers to take. And trust me, bestie, the spotlight got a whole lot messier the second Claressa actually won that fight. What happened next is the clip that had the entire internet screaming and screenshotting.
So she twerking her ass all in front of all these people, doing the twerk dance and just doing all this to be seen. Claressa the boxer and she the twerking machine. And then when Claressa won the fight, she jumped in the ring and she's still twerking. Just twerking. Bitch, when have y'all ever seen a boxing event with any women that box and they friends get in the ring and just start twerking like they had a motherfucking jam in the hood? That should tell you what caliber of woman that is off rip. That should tell you her mindset off rip. And then she wasn't twerking by herself. She was twerking with a baby on her hip. She in the boxing ring with a baby on her hip, twerking.
Because when Claressa won, this girl jumped into the boxing ring and started twerking. Full-on twerking in the ring at a professional boxing event. But wait, it gets so much worse, sis. She wasn't twerking alone. She was twerking with a baby on her hip, a baby in a boxing ring. Twerking after the win like it's a block party in the hood. Now be honest, when have you ever seen a professional boxing celebration turn into a full-blown block party? That right there tells you the exact caliber of energy Claressa keeps in her corner. Not the poised professional queen the internet wants you to believe in. Remember this exact moment. Bestie, the baby, the ring, the twerking, because it matters big time in about 30 seconds when I show you who was really pulling the strings.
Claressa is the one that's coercing her, saying you need to lie on her. You need to say she's not a good mother, that she's not a good grandmother. What she said, that she do drugs. See, this right here, when Claressa wrote that in that screenshot and said we gonna say that Geisha does drugs, put me in the mind of Hannah Gabriel. How y'all slandered Hannah Gabriel in 2023 when she was supposed to give Claressa Shield that rematch. Just reading that screenshot alone, how you told your ex-best friend Claressa to say that I do drugs.
Okay. Deep breath. Because this is the part that stopped me cold. According to the screenshots, Claressa is the one allegedly coaching this girl on exactly what to say to destroy another woman's reputation, telling her to say she's a bad mother, a bad grandmother, and that she does drugs. Drugs, bestie. Let that land. Because this isn't petty gossip anymore. This isn't she said something in the heat of the moment. This is somebody sitting down, cold and calculated, thinking, what is the single worst thing I can say to ruin this woman? And then sending someone else to go say it for her. That's not a fight. That's not beef. That is a coordinated smear campaign in black and white with a paper trail. Because saying it yourself is beef, but recruiting a soldier to say it for you, that's strategy. That's a woman who wanted the damage done and her own hands clean. And here's the part that gave me actual chills. This isn't even the first time she's allegedly run this exact play on a woman who stood in her way.
Just reading that screenshot alone, how you told your ex-best friend Claressa to say that I do drugs, that right there let me know that you was behind that Hannah Gabriel bullshit. The behavior is not far-fetched. Mind you, go back to Shadeja Green interview when Shadeja say, yeah, I'm trying to fight Claressa in her hometown, but you know, Claressa is in charge. When Shadeja said Claressa was in charge of the committee and who fights in Flint and Detroit, I knew right then she was in charge with whoever she sabotaged to not fight. And I believe Claressa Shields is behind the savagery of Hannah Gabriel. You jealous of her, you coming for her. Why you always talk about her? They never knew the real story behind why I came for Claressa. They didn't know I basically was in support of her, trying to shed light about a friend disrespecting her at a weigh-in. That's how it initially started. People didn't know that. They just thought out of the blue I just started coming for Claressa. Oh, I just had random time just to pick on this girl that box. That's what they thought. But I keep all my receipts. I don't never get rid of my receipts. I got galore and galore and galores of receipts how this shit transpired. And when you are ready to show, you don't need nobody hanging around you that's trying to take your light.
and try to take your
So when I listen to this woman portray like she this caliber woman on the internet right now.
Because bestie, this exact pattern, it's giving 2023 Hannah Gabrielle all over again. Remember how Hannah got dragged and slandered right when she was supposed to give Clarissa that rematch? Suspicious timing, right? Now throw in that Shadia Green interview where she flat out said Clarissa is the one calling the shots on who fights in Flint and Detroit. So put 2 and 2 together with me. If Clarissa has that kind of pullover, who gets booked? And she's allegedly the one coaching people to drag other women through the mud, then sis, that is not a coincidence anymore. Once is drama, twice is a habit. But the same move, the same timing, the same target a woman's name playbook, twice. That's not a coincidence, sis. That's a signature. So let's connect every single dot because laid out side by side, it's chilling. A best friend turned overnight cheerleader, a troll army of 20 fake pages, a meltdown at a professional weigh-in, twerking in the ring with a baby on her hip, a screenshot coaching a drug lie, and a 2023 slander case with the exact same fingerprints. Bestie, one of these things on its own is just a bad day. 2 is a rough patch. But all of them stacked together in a row, pointing at the same person? That's not a bad day, sis. That's a blueprint. Because patterns don't lie, even when people do. And the scariest thought of all, if this is what we can see in the receipts that leaked, imagine what's still sitting in the screenshots nobody's brave enough to post yet. Because this pot is still brewing, bestie. And I already know it's nowhere near over. So tell me, bestie, do you believe the screenshots? Is Clarissa really behind the drug lie? And was that friend ever really a friend or always just a pawn? Drop your take below. If this tea hit different, you know what to do. See you next spill.